What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Burbank TV Reactions. Today, we are going to be reacting to a video by Tobias the Grim called The Depressing World of Rappers' Fake Lifestyles. A pretty entertaining video. I'm pretty sure this is nothing new to a lot of us. You know, these rappers be out here capping. A lot of times they don't be living what they talking about in their songs. In other words, they got cap and they rap. We're going to go ahead and get into that content, but you already know, before we do, I'm going to need y'all to go down and smash the hell out of that like button, right? Let's get this video into the YouTube algorithm. Let's go ahead and get some views on this video. The only way we could do that, only way we can help this video get into the algorithm is by hitting that like button, dropping a quick comment. Yeah, I sounded a little country there. So what? We're going to go ahead and get into this content, though.
Rappers are living in a lie. No matter how many times they're exposed for their fake chains, their fake personas, or their fake lifestyles, they still believe that portraying a life of having an absurd amount of fame and money is the only way fans will look up to them. And honestly, they're not wrong.
But this girl tattooed Drake on her forehead. The guy who tatted it is a fucking asshole, though. I will tell you that.
Unfortunately,
hey, real quick, why is the guy that tatted it an a-hole? She was gonna get it done regardless. He might as well go ahead and got his money out of it, right? I don't blame him.
a lot of brain dead fans get hypnotized by the flashy chains and big wads of cash, so they end up literally worshiping these rappers, making them feel like they're more than just humans, making them feel like gods.
Who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god!
Which ultimately gets them caught up in a heightened sense of reality where they're being rewarded for portraying a lifestyle to the world that they don't actually live.
Rappers that rap about the shit that they rap about, they don't live.
Everything from the cars that they don't really own.
That's funny. Tekashi 6ix9ine talking about that, huh?
To the houses that are actually Airbnbs, all of it is fake. And it's because rap is one of the only industries where acting like you're rich can actually make you rich.
If niggas think you rich,
Hey, what they say, fake it till you make it, right? I mean, it worked for a lot of people so far.
they give you more money. But if they think you broke, nigga, they ain't giving you shit. They want
Not
you
a
to stay
damn
broke
thing.
with them.
All these rappers are kind of just like characters in a game, and the more their fans are able to buy into these characters, the more money they make. And that's why even once they obtain all this wealth, their personas, their lifestyles, and personalities they portray online only get faker. For instance, let's just take two of the biggest gangster rappers out right now, Meek Mill and Lil Durk. Both of these multi-millionaires rap about guns, violence, and spending till they can't spend anymore, perpetuating a lifestyle to their fans that they don't actually live.
Now, hold on. In all fairness, this video is about a year or so old, a little over a year old, right? So he mentioned Lil Durk. We know Lil Durk. Let's put it this way. Allegedly, Lil Durk is about what he be talking about in his songs. Allegedly, all right? Let's just put it that way.
Because you got your ass beat in tennis.
In all reality, they're not in the fucking trenches anymore. They live in these big old mansions where their closet is literally the size of my room. And don't get me wrong, I love the music. I definitely love the fuckery. But I'm able to see that it's all just entertainment. It's obviously all a facade. You'd be a damn fool to think that multi-millionaires who came from absolutely nothing are still willing to throw away their life after making it out. Like, I'm not saying that.
Hey, like, remember when we found out that 21 Savage actually came from England?
21 Savage was born Shea bin Abraham on October 22nd, 1992 in Newham Hospital in Plaistow, London, to parents Heather Carmilla Joseph and Kevin Cornelius Emmons. Now, they were of Dominican and Haitian descent. Now in this clip, you can actually hear his mom's accent.
It's truly overwhelming, but it's every mother's dream to see their child grow into such a helpful, caring, responsible, and thoughtful young man.
Now he has two twin sisters named Kyra and Jada Davis, who still live in England with his dad.
None of them are real. I'm just saying that a vast majority of them aren't. Hell, look at Gunna and the rest of YSL. They were supposedly the realest rappers in the industry. However, they became the one very thing that they hated the most. A snitch! Because as soon as they got the chance, they quite literally all snitched on Young Thug.
YSL is a music label and a game.
Is
that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
And don't get me wrong, I definitely would have snitched too. Trust me, I wouldn't have spent not a single day in jail.
I wouldn't have snitched because me personally, I got a rap career. I'm not gonna be out here doing I'm not gonna be out here crashing out doing stupid stuff, right? I might talk about it in songs. I might put a front out there like I'm doing it, but I'm actually not going to do it.
Ironic for him to do it is because Gunna actually claimed to be a gangster.
I'm real left crip, you know what I'm saying? The slimiest crip you ever met.
And he used his gang, YSL, to further his career. It's essentially what made him the millionaire he is today. And to make it 10 times worse, Gunna and Young Thug actually have a song named Take It to Trial. But as you already saw, Gunna definitely didn't take anything to trial. He snitched on him. Snitched on the man that he once called his twin. It's hypocrisy at its finest. See, at the end of the day, to me, rappers are just entertainers. They're actors. You can't really take what they say seriously. But unfortunately, most of their
well, duh. It's been that way for the longest. Ice Cube ain't never been a gangster, but that's what he used to rap about. Dr. Dre never been a gangster, but that's what he used to rap about. Jay-Z never been a drug dealer, but that's what he raps about. Rick Ross, never been a drug dealer, but that's what he raps about. I mean, Drake, never been a mafia boss, but that's what he raps about. Never been a street dude, but that's what he raps about. We know for a fact he's never been a street dude, but he has hit songs where he's rapping about being a street dude, and we all rock to them songs. Come on.
Dead fans will never understand that because social media has created a false reality where not only rappers, but quite literally everyone only show themselves at the very best points in their life.
Whole lot of wrecks, man. Whole lot of jumping jacks.
So that's why one-hit wonders like YK Osiris try their absolute hardest to make it seem like they're important by doing anything to be associated and have pictures with some of the biggest rappers in the industry. He made it seem like all these people were his genuine friends and he was living such an affluent life. However, the truth will always come to light.
The baby don't fuck with me no more. Drake don't fuck with me no more. Nobody fucks with Osiris. So why the fuck I keep living? People look at me as a clown. Nigga, I'm a talented person, but...
Wait. Why? Just because these rappers don't mess with you no more, you're questioning on why do you keep living? Really? Is that what your life has boiled down to, my guy?
That doesn't matter, bro. I don't drop my music. I don't do shit.
In reality, his rapper friends treated him like a joke.
Fake
All
Drake.
of his flexing online didn't matter because in the industry, people didn't respect him.
You look like a suitcase, YK. You look like a fucking suitcase. You look like a suitcase.
He was hanging around all these celebrities, but you started to kind of notice that he was the only one being exposed for owing the money. Osiris once owed Drake $60,000. He owed Lil Baby $5,000, and he also
wait. I thought the one with Lil Baby was 10 though. That was 10,000.
owed Young Thug money too. However, before this breakdown on social media, he made it seem like everything was just fine, portraying to everyone online like
Diamonds
he was still the man.
Too.
He bragged
Earrings,
about buying $300,000 worth of clothes. He also bragged about paying $1,500 for his weekly haircuts.
I get a haircut every 3 days.
And yeah, that all sounded good.
Hey, real quick, while you're talking about fake diamonds, do y'all consider rappers wearing lab-grown diamonds? Do you consider those diamonds fake? Lab-grown. I mean, they're still diamonds. They're just not grown in a wild. They're grown in a lab. Do y'all consider that fake? Let me know, because I might have to enlarge my little piece here.
Until you realize that this was really his mentality.
I always been like, if you don't got it, act like you got it.
So that's exactly what Osiris did, because back in 2019, after his biggest song Worth It came out,
man, I went broke so goddamn quick, man.
But he felt pressure to try and keep up with his image on social media, and most importantly, he wanted to keep up with all of his rapper friends, which is why he owed everyone money.
What did you owe Drake money for?
Basketball.
And what do you owe Lil Baby?
Hey, that's crazy, because Drake owes a lot of money for gambling. He's like known as one of the worst gamblers. So if you owe Drake money, that means you're a worse gambler than Drake, which means you're pretty bad. Give it up.
Why do you owe so many people money?
In real life, he was broke. However, he continued to portray a fake lifestyle to everyone online. And look, I'm not saying this to make fun of him or be a dickhead, even though he makes it incredibly easy to. YK Osiris is just a prime example of why obtaining fame and money won't solve all your problems.
The biggest drug is fame.
You could think of the most famous person you know, and even they have insecurities. Think of the most wealthy people in the world, and even they have something that they're hiding too.
That motherfucker is crazy, right? Look how pale he is.
No one you see online is fully transparent, which is why it baffles me that people can look at a rapper like this and think that he's actually living the life that he raps
Slim
about.
Jesus, bro.
I
fuck with savages, you a fuck boy, you can't hang.
Meet Slim Jesus, the Hamilton, Ohio native that took over Chicago
Straight
drill
out
in
the suburbs of
2015
Cincinnati,
for a short
bro.
period with his song that you just heard named Drill Time, where he talks about, you know, the usual, catching bodies, drugs, and having a lot of guns. He tried to sell this tough gangster street persona to his audience online and surprisingly managed to fool the industry for a good couple of months.
You know how we rockin', we out here on Frank Block, bitch. Where the fuck y'all?
On Frank Block. Bro, you couldn't shorten that to F Block, bro. You had to say Frank Block. Come on, that don't even sound gangster, my boy.
Pull up, bitch.
Although it was extremely obvious that this goofball ass nigga was a fraud, no one was able to confirm it yet because he was just getting in the industry. So with his song Drill Time blowing up, it actually created a lot of positive attention for him. I mean, everybody was talking about Slim Jesus, and people like Birdman and Diddy even wanted to sign him. However, unfortunately, he ruined everything for himself. Honestly, he might have the quickest rise and fall of anyone I've ever covered. Because at the end of 2015, during an interview with DJ Vlad, Slim Jesus spilled all the beans. He let the whole world know who he really was.
You know, when you listen to your music, there's a lot of street stories.
So you better have your gun when we pop up.
Do you have a criminal record at all?
Nah, I'm straight.
Like, how involved were you street-wise in terms of...
For the most part on the street shit, like, I'm not out here catching bodies and shit, obviously. Like, I'm fucking smart.
He finally admitted to the blatant...
Hey, at least he was honest. That's more than we can say for a lot of them until they get caught up by the feds or somebody.
chaos that he displayed to the public was once again all fake. Big surprise, the nigga that looks like the evil version of Eminem was faking it all along. And that paired with the fact that he lacked actual musical talent was a reason he instantly became a meme. You can't be a
Man, drinking this Crown Royal, man, got a little warm in here. Sheesh.
Chicago drill artist from the suburbs, so just
as
quick as his career started, it ended. It all crumbled to the ground in just a matter of months.
Support real hip hop, bitch.
But one thing you kind of have to respect about Slim Jesus is that when asked, he told the truth. Yes, he portrayed a fake lifestyle to the public, but at least he wasn't living in complete denial. And that's why I respect him a lot more than other artists like Soulja Boy and 6ix9ine.
Not Big Draco. What did Big Draco do? Come on.
These two artists right here are definitely
Hit the
living
like
in
button,
complete
y'all.
and
Make sure to hit
utter
that like
denial.
button.
And I'm lumping these two clowns together because they're actually a lot more similar than you would think. Soulja Boy isn't a snitch, but the one thing they do have in common is that they both spark fake beefs with other artists in order to remain relevant when their music just isn't cutting it anymore.
My music is trash.
The purest example of this is when 6ix9ine got exposed for trying to pay Lil Durk $3 million to fake beef with him.
That bitch ass nigga label called me. Somebody give me $3 million to keep trolling with this nigga, right? So I ain't gonna never respond to this nigga ever fucking again, right?
And honestly, this should...
Hey, honestly, I would have took that $3 million. I hate 6ix9ine. That would have been an easy $3 million for me. Just go ahead and take that $3 million. I would have took it. I mean, obviously, Dirk got way more money. $3 million ain't nothing to him, but hey, he could have went out and bought him another Trackhawker, 2 or 3 or 4.
It's a shock to anyone because literally everything is fake about 6ix9ine. Everything from his teeth to his hair, and most importantly, the lifestyle that he rapped about was all fake. See, 6ix9ine understood that in order for him to have a successful rap career, he also needed a gang around him for protection. So that's exactly why he joined the 9 Trey Bloods.
2, 2, 3, halfway up, close out.
Hey, if you guys caught my, I'm pretty sure it was my last live, where I was talking about, Tupac's legacy in rap, how it's mostly positive, but there's a lot of negatives. And this right here is actually one of the negatives that came from Tupac's legacy. Because all right, I want you guys to really think about this. Like, seriously, I understand Tupac's a legend. I'm not disrespecting him, but think about this. Before Death Row Records, how many gangsters did you actually know you were looking at in videos? Now, I'm not asking how many did you see. I'm saying how many were blatantly obvious in the videos. Like, we just found out recently that Michael Jackson was having East Coast Crips in his videos because they weren't obvious gangbangers. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't until like Death Row Records came around where you got Tupac shouting out MOB, you got Snoop Dogg, and this is no disrespect to any of these gangs or the West Coast whatsoever. But then you got Snoop Dogg throwing up Crip, and that's part of Snoop Dogg's legacy too. Matter of fact, that's what I was speaking on in my last live is Snoop Dogg's lasting legacy. His lasting legacy is having these youngsters out here thinking that if they want to have a successful rap career, they got to have gangs around them in their videos and stuff. Nah, it's all right. Now, I get on people about having fake personas and rapping about stuff they ain't never did before. Okay, but at least you not out here actually doing it, unlike Lil Durk. Allegedly. Because allegedly Lil Durk about that life. You feel me?
He funded all their gang activities, and in return, they gave 6ix9ine protection. Most importantly though, they gave him all the confidence in the world to start up fake beefs with rappers like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and Casanova.
Fuck all them niggas. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck my nigga. This fucking Treyway, nigga.
Because anytime he threatened to shoot...
Hey, the best one is where he went to O Block and said, ain't nobody even out here. This should be called No Block.
O Block right here. This what y'all wanted me in Chicago. This O Block right here. I should call this shit No Block. It's 10 o'clock. Where the fuck y'all niggas at?
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm neutral in all this beef and stuff, so I can laugh at that. That joke was hilarious. And I know he was out there at like 3, 4 in the morning. It was still hilarious.
Shoot one of these rappers, 6ix9ine didn't have to go do it. He just paid his gang to do it. However, he betrayed to the world that he was just some sort of super gangster and ironically called out every other rapper for being fake. But when they all got caught up by the police, you already know what happened. He snitched on them, threw everyone under the bus, wiped his hands clean of the gang like he had no involvement in the fuckery, like he wasn't the one fueling it. 6ix9ine involved countless amounts of people into his pointless beefs in order to improve his career. But when he got caught, he shitted on all the people that helped him become so big. And when you remove the snitching aspect of it, Soulja Boy is currently doing the exact same thing. Since he can't make good music anymore, Soulja Boy now sits in his mansion and randomly starts fake beefs with other rappers in order to keep his name relevant.
Come on, man. What Big Draco do to y'all, bro? What did Big Draco do to you, Toby? Big Draco didn't do nothing to you, bro. He ain't do nothing to you.
We promote violence, nigga. Fuck you talking about murder, destruction, death, and destruction and mayhem, nigga.
He said this dumbass shit about a month ago in an attempt to try and spark up a fake beef with NBA YoungBoy because of YoungBoy's Stop the Violence campaign.
It's a bigger side of life.
Mind you, this video's over a year old, so.
Stop the violence.
Obviously, this campaign had nothing to do with Soulja Boy's dumbass.
And obviously, that campaign did not help YoungBoy whatsoever.
He decided to prop his phone up and yell on Instagram.
Actually, you know what? It might have. He only doing like 2 years, so maybe.
About it.
I'm one of the last straight rappers in the game, nigga. We promoting beef. We promoting violence.
It's like he's just begging for attention. Keep in mind, this is a 30-year-old man that was once actually the face of hip-hop. And now the same man is sitting in a multi-million-dollar mansion where he's promoting violence while the people in the hood are begging for it to stop. You just have to see the hypocrisy in that. Soulja Boy obviously isn't the big bad gangster that he portrays to be online. And I'm not just talking on my ass either.
Hey, honestly, I love Big Draco. I ain't even gonna lie. Soulja is my guy for real, bro. But Soulja Boy, you're not a drill rapper. You're not a gangster, bro. You were a pop star. You were on your way to being a mega star. Why did you switch up and try to go this gangster route, my guy? Why? You did not have to. You was running the entire rap game. You had older rappers like Ice-T hating on you, bro. You was Drake before Drake. You started this internet rapper stuff, my dude. Why did you feel that you needed to become a drill rapper? Come on, man. Just messed the bag and completely up. Fumble.
Weeks ago, I did a poll, and even y'all agree with me. To be honest, he's a fucking clown. He's just an actor starring in a movie where he's the main character and no one else matters at all. It's crazy how some of the biggest and loudest voices can unfortunately end up being frauds. And believe it or not, but
he should have never stopped making the music that make niggas dance. That's Soulja's lane. That's the money lane, for real. Ain't no money in this gangster rap, bro. The money was in that pop lane. Where he was running it. He should have stayed in that lane, stayed getting his money.
most fraudulent man of them all is actually Rick Ross.
Rose!
Because he's the only one on this list that has ever been accused of his whole identity being fake. Everything from his rap name to his backstory was all allegedly stolen from someone else. Essentially meaning that Rick Ross isn't actually Rick Ross. The big man that raps about his criminal past to being this big old drug lord didn't actually live that life at all.
Technically, he's never sold drugs.
Because the real Rick Ross isn't a rapper.
The rapper had already took my name, you know, and used it and didn't do jack shit for me.
Meet the man who Rick Ross stole his whole identity from. A man known as Freeway Ricky Ross, who was a big-time drug kingpin all the way back in 1982 with a huge infatuation for cocaine.
So when my friend ended...
I've never really watched a complete season of Snowfall, but I'm pretty sure Snowfall is loosely based on him too. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know, because like I said, I've never really got into Snowfall like that. But from my understanding, it's loosely based around Freeway.
Introduced me to cocaine for the first time, I just fell in love with it.
And by 1985, Freeway Ricky had claimed to be making anywhere from $1 million to $3 million a day from selling mass amounts of cocaine. But of course, if he's just openly able to tell this story, you already know what happened.
Freeway Ricky helped trigger an epidemic of human misery.
Ricky unfortunately went to prison after getting caught trying to buy 100 kilos of coke from an undercover police officer. And on September 5th in 1990, he got sentenced to 27 years in prison. But years later, around 2006, while he was still in jail, he noticed that there was a bigger, fatter person stomping around claiming to actually be Rick Ross.
I had a book club while I was there, so this youngster brought me a magazine and they had the guy on there with his mouth open and all these gold chains and a beard, you know, and he was saying that his name was Rick Ross.
And at the time, this person was also rapping about his past of being a huge cocaine drug lord that amassed millions of dollars from his drug empire. Sounds pretty fucking familiar, right? Well, Freeway Ricky Ross coincidentally...
I mean, keep it 100, right? I know me personally, when he came out and I heard the name, I was already thinking, wait, he locked up. He a rapper now? But then, no, I noticed it was somebody completely different. Okay, maybe it's, you know, same name, whatever. But then Port of Miami came out. Okay, he pretending like he Freeway. And honestly, I didn't know as much, nowhere near as much about the real Rick Ross back then than I do now. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, the fake Rick Ross, Renzel, he kind of finessed himself out about 1.2 million trying to fight this case. I'm gonna explain why here in a minute.
Thought the same damn thing. So after he got out of prison in 2009, just a year later, Ricky filed a lawsuit against the rapper Rick Ross for stealing his image, name, and likeness and using it to fuel his extremely successful rap career. He claimed that the rapper Rick Ross stole his name and identity because Ricky's actual government name is Rick Ross. So obviously it started some confusion, and the question became,
where you get that name from, man? I got on the name like 10 years ago when it wasn't about that.
Rick Ross continually denied that his name derived from Ricky Ross, and in court he even said that his name actually came from a mispronunciation of his high school nickname, Big Boss. And as unbelievable of an excuse that was, Ricky's $10 million lawsuit against the rapper Rick Ross didn't stick.
Did you lose the lawsuit? Both of us lost. He lost about $1.5 million. And so the judge ordered me, I'm supposed to give him $500,000 back. So if they ever come for it, I'm gonna give it to him in quarters.
Now you heard what he said. Rick Ross, the rapper Rick Ross, Renzel, lost about 1.5 million fighting this lawsuit, right? Here's the kicker. Freeway Ricky Ross claims he would have settled for $250,000 because his mom's house was being repoed at the time. He just wanted to save his mother's house. He would have settled for $250,000. They never tried to negotiate with him at all, which was stupid because this ends up backfiring on Rick Ross, if you guys remember. Matter of fact, you know what? Instead of talking about it, we're just going to go ahead and watch it. Watch.
However, Rick Ross definitely didn't leave the situation scratch-free, because during the court case, Ricky exposed Rick Ross's real past to being a prison guard. Ricky let the whole world know that in 1995, he was actually a correctional officer at a prison in Florida for 18 months, meaning that he would go to the prison and lock the real drug dealers up.
Hey, I remember 50 had a field day with that, bro.
Which is completely at odds with his drug lord past that he liked to rap about.
He raps about selling drugs,
right?
And he never sold drugs.
So this stigma stuck with him for the rest of his career. And every time he was asked about being a CO, he kind of just ran around the question.
Was Rick Ross in his lifetime a corrections officer?
Rick Ross done did it all to get money.
It's a hilarious and crazy fucking story. A prison guard took the name and identity of a drug kingpin, and it actually worked. Because in all reality, the rap industry is just about faking it till you make it.
All right, guys. So that was Tobias the Grim with the depressing world of rappers' fake lifestyles, right? Now, you guys see how that backfired on the fake Rick Ross, Renzel, because he ended up going to court and his true background ended up coming out, which was that he was a corrections officer that ended up being exposed, right? Now, if he would have been smart about this, he could have at least went to Freeway Ricky Ross and try to make an offer him a couple $100,000, see what he say. If he says yay or nay, if he says no, sweeten the pot a little bit. He might have said yes. If he says yes, we sweep this under the rug. Guess what? We ain't even got to sweep it under the rug. Matter of fact, you come over here and you start hanging out with me. That gives me more credibility. I can say that I named myself Rick Ross as an homage to you, my mentor. And then he could have put Freeway on making some money his whatever kind of way, management, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But no, he was dumb about it. He wanted to fight it because pride and ego, and he ended up getting exposed. His past ended up getting exposed. Bro, you was a corrections worker for 18 months? When was you this big D-boy in importing all these drugs? When did you meet Pablo or Noriega? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you guys, that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hey, that O Block should be called No Block. That was hilarious. I'm sorry, that was hilarious to me. That was hilarious. One thing about being a neutral is I can listen to music from all sides and I can joke with all sides. So you know what I'm saying? It pays to be neutral on all these different rap beefs and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, you guys, that's my video for today. If you're new to the channel and you made it this far, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit the bell icon. That way YouTube notifies you every time I drop a new video. And while you guys are at it, make sure you guys do me a solid and hit that like button. Help this video get into the YouTube algorithm. Hey guys, we're a little bit over 2,000 subscribers. We have grown very fast. It seems like just yesterday we were only at like 100 subscribers, but now we're up over 2,000. The goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers, which means we got to get more eyes on these videos. We got to get these videos into the YouTube algorithm. Please, please, please hit that like button. Drop me a quick comment. I appreciate you guys in advance. It's your boy King Charm. I'm up out of this motherfucker. Peace.